All
Yeah.
right, there we go. All right, Josh, what's good, man? Congratulations on signing the UFC.
Thank you.
Oh, 1 second lag. There we go. So, what's changed for you since signing?
I mean, nothing much. It's still same old. Um, I'm fighting for uh $10,000 and $10,000 to win. So it's a little upgrade in pay, but other than that, it's still the same. I feel like maybe the upcoming fight. I feel like the Dana White Contender Series kind of got me in front of the MMA community, and I feel like now the UFC or fighting for the UFC, I think I'm going to be able to reach uh, more eyes with their platform, and eventually everyone will know about me.
Yeah. So, how did you get the call to be on the Contender Series?
Um, I believe I was 4-0, and I believe you submit an application um, to even qualify to be in the Contender Series. And then, so my manager just told me that they said, yeah, they'll love to have you. I mean, it's no surprise there's not many heavyweight prospects. And I mean, especially with the background that I have, with being a two-time All-American wrestler, with also being a NCAA football player, and making it to the NFL for a couple of years. And so a lot of heavyweights, they don't got that background. So I feel like that's an easy decision on their part. I was 4-0 at the time, and I still had a fifth fight scheduled, and so um, I ended up doing that even though I was already on Contender Series because I'm all about the reps, and so I ended up obviously winning that, and then going on to the Contender Series, winning that as well.
Yeah, nice. All right, we're just gonna jump straight into these. I seen you call out Alvin Hines when you won the Contender Series. So, what was your beef with him?
So he needed a short notice replacement in LFA, and it was going to be in his hometown. I just got done fighting. I just got done with a victory, and so I wanted to, um, nothing was hurt on my end, and so I offered to fight him, and he said no, and ended up fighting some other fat heavyweight, and and then next thing you know, he gets the call with the UFC. So I'm like, I mean, I don't think he really earned it. He didn't even have to go to Contender Series, and I didn't. To me, I don't think he was that good. And I really wanted him to be this upcoming debut fight for me, but I heard he got popped for steroids. So I mean, the guy, he looks. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but like this guy looks like um, the guy from the Goonies, that retard. But it's like he is as dumb as he looks, I guess. So, I mean, he's out of the UFC now.
Yeah. And you went viral for your post-fight speech where you said, "My opponents will be sex traffickers, pedophiles, rapists, hell, you can even throw the transgenders in there, line them all up." Who in the UFC do you think fits this criteria?
Man, I gotta go look at the roster again. I don't. Maybe there's someone that maybe fits that criteria, but I mean, anybody could get it. Uh, I like to have the sayings always on my mind. Um, none of them could be first, but all of them could be next. And so um, I live by that. So, I mean, whether they're sex traffickers I mean, if they want to sign a contract, I'm willing to fight them. And if they happen to be a pedophile on top of that, that's like a little cherry on top. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe some news will come out, and Um, Shamil Gaziev is sex trafficker, so and then I would love to fight him. So let's do it. Or
Man.
Tuivasa,
Oh
or
man.
pull Tuivasa out of retirement. I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, he's just busy just eating ice cream all day. So it's like maybe he's uh, I don't know, a pedophile. Maybe that's why they took so much time off. They're just hiding it. You know what I'm saying? So you get Tuivasa in there with me.
All right. So you've booked your fifth fight since January for November the 8th. What can you tell us about your opponent and how you think you match up with him?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm even. I mean, we both signed the contract, so I guess I'm just waiting for the UFC to post it. But he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt in the gi, in a little bathrobe. So it's like I'm not gonna go in there in a bathrobe to fight the guy. So I feel like this guy got no threat. To me, the jiu-jitsu doesn't even mean anything if you're doing it in a gi. But I mean, some people say it helps a lot. But luckily, I guess for me, we fight with no clothes on. So, well,
Yeah.
underwear. We fight with underwear or shorts on. So at least, and so we there's no robe for him to grab onto, and so I like my odds of that. So
Yeah. And one thing I've noticed in your fights, it seems that nobody that you fight can take the wrestling. So who taught you to wrestle like that?
man, I've been wrestling since I was 4. Um, I mean, and so that's just it's nothing spectacular what you're seeing with the wrestling. I think it's just the basic level of wrestling, and I think heavyweights they're not willing to dig deep at the end of the day, and I think that's what separates my wrestling from these guys. That's what separates my grappling from the heavyweight division. It's like I'm willing to dig deep and I'm willing to push you into the deep waters, and I'm willing to keep going. And so, and a lot of these heavyweights they don't train like that, and I'm exposing it. A lot of them are big giant guys. I mean, sometimes size is at a disadvantage. Think about that. So um, yeah, I'm just here. I'm just here to prove that um, my work ethic's too much, and on top of the wrestling, it's just yeah, it's overwhelming for these heavyweights. I know their body hurts from grappling practices, and so that's why they either don't show up to grappling practice or they do it once a week. And I'm here to do it every day. I grew up wrestling, and so nothing's new when my body hurts. I show up for that grappling practice still. So
Yeah. And speaking of wrestling, I seen that you posted a picture of you training with Daniel Cormier. What was that experience like?
yeah, I mean Daniel Cormier, he's the goat. He's the champ. So it's like um, just to pick his mind because it's different to when you watch film on someone compared to when you actually get to train with him. You get to pick his mind on what is he thinking, and even how does he even train. It's like little details that you pick up from people for when you're actually training with them. And so I mean it's eye opening, just ask him questions of what he's thinking in certain spots, and as a grappler, as a shorter fighter, how you got to close distance, all these little details that go into this fighting thing. I mean, it's good to have that knowledge.
Yeah. Now, I just want to talk about your gym a little bit, the Jackson Wink Academy. You've had a lot of high-level current and former UFC fighters going in and out every day, I'm assuming. So, outside of yourself, who would you say in that gym is up and coming and worth keeping an eye on?
I would say, man, there's a middleweight that we have, and he's 7-1, and I think he just defended his title for the second time on a regional scene over there. Lawan Davis. He's a lengthy middleweight. His only loss is to a former UFC guy or a current UFC guy in Ryan Loder, and it was a competitive fight. Ryan Loder, I mean, he has great wrestling. So, I mean, my teammate, he's a good, phenomenal striker, and he's willing to. Man, he's very scrappy. For him being lengthy and athletic, he's willing to dig deep as well. And even when you take him down, I mean, he's willing to scramble back up, and that makes a dangerous opponent. And so I feel like he at least should get a contender series fight, and I feel like it's gonna, or maybe a call to the UFC. I mean, he's very entertaining. So I think he'll be in the UFC soon.
Nice. And I don't know much about American football, but I've seen that you played fullback for the 49ers. Why did you make the switch from being in the NFL to MMA?
Um, Other than it being just a liberal snowflake organization, and it just all these politics that play into football. I'm sure you even with your football, maybe there is politics with the head coach and the general manager and all this other stuff. Or maybe that's just the NFL. Um, Man, I wanted to do a real man sport. I mean, I said in my post fight speech. I mean, it's like or post fight interview. Um, I don't like team sports. I'll be honest with you. I don't like relying on one to win me a game or a match. And so I feel like, or I felt like MMA is just it's right up my alley. I grew up watching it. I admired the guys that were willing to step into the cage. To me, it's honorable. Um, I mean, if it was back in the day, I would probably be a warrior, or be in the army, or defending my country. I mean, I could do that now, but it's a little bit different. You don't have to do it, but like this is my due diligence, I guess. Stepped into that cage, representing my family, and representing my family line, basically with that warrior mentality. Um, yeah, I just there's a lot of things that go into football that I didn't like. But I enjoy fighting a lot more, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, and I know it's everywhere, and this is a little bit off topic, but I want to get your opinion on this as you're someone from America and you seem to be more on like the right wing side. What was your opinion on the Charlie Kirk situation?
I mean, it was disgusting. I mean, seeing that, just like opening up my Twitter or X, whatever you call it, and seeing that someone got assassinated for speaking his mind. It's like you could disagree on the person's politics, left or right. I mean, it is not okay to just murder someone in cold blood. So seeing that was just sickening. It was like a gut punch, and then even the aftermath of it, um, seeing all these gut people on maybe even it was TikTok or the Reels or on Instagram, and it's like people were celebrating, his death, and like those people, man, like there's no room in society for those type of people that celebrate evil. There's like no negotiating with them. So I mean, to me, I feel like, I mean, if it was in the perfect world, it would be a gun line with all those people that were celebrating his death. I mean, because it's like those guys, those people need to be eradicated from society, in my opinion. I mean, because it's just for you to go online and celebrate someone's death, I mean, that is just the lowest of the low. Like, you need to probably not have life yourself, but um, I'm not running the country and I'm not in charge of that. Maybe thankfully, you know. But I mean, that shit is sickening to me. It bothers me, but it is what it is.
All right. Now, before I let you go, I've got a quick fire round, so you just need to give me short answers for these. All right. Best way to end a fight.
Um, Probably a knockout.
Favorite submission to practice.
Arm triangle, arm bar, rear naked choke.
Who should be signed at the
Go
UFC?
plata. Who should?
Who should be signed at the UFC?
My teammate. Matter of fact, Lawan Davis.
Yeah. Who should be cut from the UFC?
I mean, it seems like the UFC's kind of already doing that with the heavyweights, but I mean, they should probably cut some more of them because I mean, it's bad TV. Who should be cut? That Dana White Contender Series that where he was saying I'm gonna suck your toes and he has the flabby tits, the flabby nipples. Um, Whoever that guy is. Did you see that interview?
Yeah,
He
I
said I'm gonna suck your
forgot his
toes.
name. That
Yeah,
was
get that guy
mental.
out of here. Get him out of here. Yeah, get him out of here. You know, yeah.
Who is your mortal enemy?
Mortal. Everyone. The Incredible Hulk hates everyone, so everyone's the Incredible Hulk's enemy. The whole heavyweight division's my enemy, huh?
Who gave you your toughest fight?
Haven't had one yet. The Brazilian gave me a solid round though. That Brazilian, my last fight gave me a solid round. You know, which I appreciate, but there was only one round. You know, no one's give until someone gives me the 3 rounds. It's no one yet.
What's the number one rule in your gym?
Um, don't be a pussy.
Favorite post-fight drink?
Mm, Post fight drink. You know, maybe eventually I'm coming out with my own. It's called Incredible Hulk. Apple schnapps with Jack Daniels with some lime. Ooh, it's good.
Favorite post-fight meal?
Man, pizza and wings or some Mexican food.
All right. And how do you win on November 8th?
By completely breaking this guy, whether it's a knockout or a submission, he will um, look back at it and not want to run it back again. So, however that may look.
All right. Thank you. All right. November 8th, the Incredible Hulk is back in action against to be determined. So, Josh, thank you for your time, and it was great speaking to you.
Thank you.
All right. I'll catch you later. Bye.
Yes, sir. Yeah. You have a good one.
You too. Bye.